Today, we're going to look at why organizations monitor critical or sensitive data, the key objectives when it comes to monitoring, and how to get started. Internal fraud is taking place every day across the globe in all types of places. Whatever the size and nature of your organization, it's important to take appropriate steps to prevent and detect fraudulent activity. Fraud can go undetected for years. Just because you haven't discovered it yet doesn't mean it's not happening to you. Can you really be sure that it's not? If an employee started buying goods and selling them for personal gain, how would you find out? How long might it take you to notice? According to the Association of Certified Fraud Examiners' most recent report to the nations on occupational fraud and abuse, the typical fraud case continues for 18 months before being detected. By implementing data monitoring, management can identify and respond quickly to red flags and reduce the risk of fraud exposure. What is the key objective when it comes to monitoring data? The key objective is to monitor critical or sensitive data changes. Areas such as master data or application configuration changes are high risk for fraudulent activity. Reliance purely on a sample of this data is often insufficient for identifying patterns and often not enough to meet compliance needs. Fraudsters take advantage of the gaps within or between processes or systems. Monitoring takes these gaps into consideration and looks for possible attempts of fraud. The following are examples of some common data analysis tests performed in standard business process areas. Purchase to pay. Have changes occurred in the vendor master for brief periods of time? Order to cash. Have unusually high credit terms or credit limits been granted? Human resources. Are there terminated employees still on payroll? The following are key steps that should be considered in developing an efficient and sustainable fraud monitoring practice. Define the objective of the monitoring. Is it part of a risk management strategy or a standalone function? Assign responsibilities for areas such as people, process, and technology. Identify and define the specific fraud you are trying to detect. Identify the risk of the potential fraud, including processes, data requirements, logic. Develop the tests and alerts. Review the output and evaluate the effectiveness. Establish workflow and responsibilities for ongoing monitoring. Implement and document the related processes. In today's complex IT world, it is increasingly important to understand the need for monitoring critical and sensitive data changes, especially when it comes to key business processes that are hot areas for fraudulent activity. Know that automation can help in this area by significantly reducing the number of false positives. It can help reduce the investment required by staff when it comes to costly manual processes for detection. We at Q Software can help you achieve your organization's goals of managing risk through data monitoring. If you would like to discuss your specific challenges, please contact us. Also, make sure to subscribe to the Q Software YouTube channel. Just click on the subscribe button below or in the bottom right corner of this video.